First meeting. I like to have the first meeting with my bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah student together with the parents. Why? The students and I usually don't know each other, and I want them to feel comfortable in a comfortable environment at my home with someone with whom they feel secure, and that's with their parents. I also want the parents to get to know me because they're entrusting their child to me for the period of training for the bar bat mitzvah, an important period of time in their family's life. So what do? I introduce myself. I introduce my Jewish background, how long I've been teaching, why I got to teaching. I ask the parents to introduce themselves, and usually, very often, this is the first time the child has heard his parents or her parents talk about their Jewish background, talk about their bar bat mitzvah. What was the learning like for them? Where did they do it? How long did they study? Do they still remember the name of their parasha? It's a gathering and getting into the environment of starting the process, an exciting process for bar bat mitzvah. Then I talk about what synagogue they have chosen. Why have they chosen that synagogue? Live as part of an egalitarian community in a conservative synagogue in Israel, Tenuah Masortit. And what makes our synagogue special or different from most of the synagogues in Israel is that we're egalitarian. We have family seating, men and women do everything without any differentiation. And I want the student to know that. Most students, if they have been in a synagogue, have usually been in a synagogue that has men and women sitting separately. I want them to come visit the synagogue if they haven't made a decision about where to have their bar bat mitzvah. I also talk about the obligations that the synagogue expects them for this process. There's several obligations. It can be study sessions with another teacher about Jewish enrichment, going to services, and the lessons with me. The second part, we start dealing with learning. And at this point, if I haven't already put on a kippah, I put on a kippah. And since some of them have never seen a woman wear a kippah before, we talk about what does it mean when they see someone wearing a kippah. And each person has a different answer, and each answer is absolutely correct and perfectly acceptable. But I want them to think about it, and it helps them get over the strangeness of seeing a woman with a kippah for the first time. Then we start talking about the tropes. The Torah tropes are the signs that we use to sing by. But again, we look at a page, what do you see besides the letters and the vowels? Some of them are under, some of them are over. Where do you see them more often? Most of my students don't use their voices in singing as a matter of course, and so they're shy and embarrassed and use soft voices. And my job with the parents is to help them get over this first embarrassment and to sing. Sof pasuk.
Sof pasuk.
So we learn the first trope, which appears in every single sentence, and it's called sof pasuk, end of sentence. Sof pasuk. And I have the student say it, and I have the parents sing it, and we have cards that have different words, and they have to sing according to the cards, and everybody has to take a turn. And then the child sees that his parents are having difficulty with it, and the parents understand what a complicated and challenging process this is, learning how to sing Haftarah and Torah for the bar mitzvah, maybe something that they didn't know before. We teach by trope. We don't teach by memory for the Haftarah. At the end of this first session, I usually like to hold hands, make a little circle, the family circle, and we say the special blessing for starting new things. Birkat HaShechianu.